Hello guys, it's Bean here and I'm back with another video, and today I have r/advice. So I'm going to be reading some stories and giving my thoughts and opinions on what they should do. If you guys don't agree, put in the comments what you would do in that scenario. Anyways, let's get right into the video. I did custom photos on OnlyFans and then he refunded the money and is still using them. I'm beyond mad. I did custom photos for a person named Sluggerdag239. You can find him on Twitter. He asked to commission me custom photos, which I was happy to do. I sent him 10 photos when he only asked for 2 because he was paying me $50. He did so by tipping me on OnlyFans. But I saw today he refunded it himself, so he has my photos and is still using them for his Twitter banner. His account isn't able to be messaged and I am just wanting my money or photos back. Please help. Also, please don't shame me. I'm just trying to make money and this was a agreed about thing. I have proof if needed. Please help. My advice would be it's only $50 and it's a learning experience. You can't do anything because that's how the world is, sadly, when it comes to trying to claim back your work or anything like that. My best advice is, from future references, always disclaim that you're going to put a watermark on your work. It might not be that great, but at least you get some exposure and you're not totally screwed. But yeah, just don't fixate on that $50 because it's gone and it's not in your control. You did nothing wrong and you just have to accept that it's out of your control. Text phobia. I have this weird thing where sometimes replying to a text feels like so much work. I have no idea where this comes from or what can help. I just know that depending on what I'm responding to, it can take me several days just to answer at best. I think my friends attribute it to my busy schedule at worst. I ignore work texts because I feel so overwhelmed. Any advice on what I can do? It seems to be getting worse lately, even though I have more time on my hands now. My thoughts from just reading this, it sounds like this person really overthinks and they have a bit of anxiety, so they just get overwhelmed very easily when they shouldn't be. I know that sounds harsh to say, but it's all in your mind. No problem's as big as you make it. So what would my advice be to them? My advice would be to them is try not to overthink it, and texts are just quick messages. You can always give a message, or you can try to kind of kill the convo, as bad as that sounds. The issue with these things are, if you keep leaving it till later, it will just get worse and build up. And if they're feeling overwhelmed, especially with having a lot of times, that means they're not keeping busy and they're overthinking things. And my best thoughts would be the day before or the night before the day, but before you go to sleep, write in a book all the things you want to achieve tomorrow and try to do them. That way you feel good about yourself and you just have more positive energy. My instructor screamed derogatory language at me and then quit. How do I handle this? Me and 2 other dancers are in a group trying to choreograph an extremely long piece in a few days. Another dancer, who is also my instructor, one who is not directing this piece, showed up an hour late to rehearsal and immediately started screaming at the choreographer when asked what she was going to do for her solo. We didn't want repeated moves. I threw out a suggestion like, I think X move would be really cool with your character, and they blew up. They started going in the choreographer's face because we don't know what she's going through and why would you suggest that move? So I chimed in and corrected her by saying that I was the person who suggested that and I was sorry. I was honestly just trying to defuse the situation, but it didn't go well. She left screaming, called me and the choreographer a C-word and quit. Then she sent messages to someone else saying she was about to punch me in the face and that I'm lucky. The problem is, she she was one of my favorite instructors before this insane outburst. I can just stop taking her classes, but I also might have to leave my dance studio to avoid drama. Maybe I'm being a bit too reactive. I've been up all night playing it out. Any advice on how to handle this? Hopefully without switching studios? Everyone is really cool, but at the end of the day, it's still dance or politics. I forgot to mention, but everyone in this story is about 30 and I'm a bit younger, if that helps paint a better picture. Edit. I did find out the reason she was upset in the first place, and it was hormonous plus a big life stressor. Does that change anything for anyone? Also, I do have more of a peer relationship with some of my instructors outside of the studio, so it muddies the water a bit. I do consider them my friends. I don't want to mess up our circle. I'm bothered, but I still know deep down I want this to be redeemable. Thoughts? Where do you begin with this one? Okay, so the lady's 30 years old and you're younger, so maybe that's a reason. Maybe this person doesn't like the younger person telling them what they should do. And just because they have like stuff going in through their lives doesn't mean they should take it out on others. Yes, there could be an outburst, but that might be a reason, but it's not an excuse. And it kind of depends on what this person wants, because if that was me, I would honestly want an apology, because that's the best way to sort it out. Talk to them and let out your emotions. Like, I feel like what you did wasn't right and I want an apology so I can move on. That's the truth. And if the other people don't like it or they side with her, you just know they ain't real friends. Sorry, it's pretty simple to say. Just be sincere and say it, because you know they messed up. And yeah, if you just care about your group or you just want to be in a weird fakeish relationship, just don't say anything and accept it and move on. Depends, I guess, what you want: an apology and risk losing your friends, or just want your friends and risk just hating people deep inside. Good question, that. I'd definitely want an apology though. Remember guys, talk about your feelings because things can be lost in translation. Friend who tested positive for COVID-19 is having a party. I have a friend whose household tested positive for COVID-19. I was there and thank God I did not catch it. He texted me today telling me there is a party there and I'm invited. I ask if they have been confirmed negative with a test, and she tells me that they have not, but they are all fine now. I expressed how wrong and completely messed up that is, and she's not understanding why. I really wanted to call the police/health department, but I don't want to ruin my friendship with her. How should I go about this? Edit. I reported it to the health department. Friend knew it was me and didn't deny it. Friend has since blocked me. Wow, this is a tricky one, especially for me because I said COVID-19, so you know I'm losing my monetization in this video. But what would you do on this? It's a bit half and half. The chances of actually contracting corona and showing symptoms is like 5%, I think. Or just that major symptoms at 5%. So this person might give everyone corona, but no one might be affected. And if they are infected and someone else dies, it can get passed off as somewhere else. So what would you do in this scenario? I really want to know. I guess it's where your priorities are. Do you want to risk losing your friends? Or yeah, do you want to risk losing your friends? Or just want to be morally right? I just have to say, this is going to be debatable, but I'm going to have to say I wouldn't report the party. The chances of people dying is very low, and the chances that something happens directly that bothers that friend is very low, because 5% of getting corona is very low. And you know, the chances and probability, nothing's gonna happen. But they're just gonna see you as someone who ended the party early. But the truth is, would you want a friend who would just block you over something that little? Like, if a friend was that important, they would be like, okay, if it's that important to you, I won't host a party. But who knows, maybe with time this friend will get common sense and be like, I was wrong, sorry, let's be friends again. But let's be real, that's never ever happening. You're just gonna be a backstabber now. And that's the end of the video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.